Hello everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and this time we'll be looking at the second trailer for No Time to Die, the latest James Bond installment. As we all know, this was originally scheduled for release back in April earlier this year, but due to the COVID-19 outbreak they've rescheduled the release. As far as we know, it's scheduled now to release in November later on this year. So I've already done a first trailer review for this movie, which you can check out on the channel playlists. Please also hit those like and subscribe buttons to help me grow this channel and provide more content for you. But let's look at this second trailer here, and overall I really liked it. I think it's everything that you could possibly want from a James Bond movie. It's action packed, it's spectacular, we get to see these very exotic locations. We get to see more of the villain within the movie. We see loads of these car chases and explosions, and we get a lot more involvement within the female characters. It's everything really that you want from a James Bond trailer. I don't think you could really complain too much about what happens within this trailer. So first impressions overall, I really liked it. If we go into the details of the trailer itself, and what I like straight away is that we get those original tones of the James Bond theme. So I think that's always a good way to start the trailer off. That should be mandatory, I think, for any James Bond trailer. Always have that original theme in essence to begin the trailer with. We just have various shots of what we had really from the first trailer. We have more involvement, as I mentioned, of the villain, which is played by Rami Malek, who of course won the Oscar for Bohemian Rhapsody playing Freddie Mercury. And we get a lot more shots of him here, and it seems like he's on some sort of revenge mission. That's the line that we get involved here when we ask what do we want. He wants revenge. And we also get a line from Blofeld, who of course is played by Christoph Waltz, who played the character in Spectre, and he says something along the lines of, "This is the enemy of the enemy is my friend." Now what I'm hoping they don't do is that they make some sort of personal connection between this villain. His name is Safi, I believe. They don't make some personal connection between him and James Bond, as if he'll turn out to be James's long lost brother or long lost cousin. That was something I really hated in Spectre. And also this iteration of Bond going back to Skyfall as well, how they tried to give Bond some sort of backstory, alluded that the fact that he was an orphan. I believe in Spectre he was the adopted son of Blofeld's parents, and that was the whole motivation behind Blofeld, that he wanted to get revenge on James Bond because his parents gave James Bond more attention than they did him. And I didn't really like, I thought that was all nonsense. I think, you know, the whole allure of James Bond is that there's a mystery. We never know about his origin or what he was like in his younger self. We never get to know that. We just know the secret agent, the man that he currently is at the one we're watching. So I really hope they don't do that. Rami Malek, he's a good performer, so I'm pretty sure he'll give some sort of impression and substance as the villain, but I just hope they don't try to do some sort of cyclical personal connection in terms of the villain. We have a lot more involvement here as well with the secondary female character, who is played by, I believe her name is Ana de Armas. She's a Spanish actress, and I looked up some of the roles that she's been involved in. Some of the movies include War Dogs, which was starring Jonah Hill and Miles Teller, that came out a couple of years ago, and she starred as well more recently in the Blade Runner 2049 movie with Ryan Gosling. Now I wasn't a big fan of that movie, and I think she, to be honest, she had a smaller role in that. It wasn't a very pivotal role. In this shot we get a lot more footage of what she has within the role, and she looks great. She looks fantastic in it. She's got this long blue dress on there, and we see her use the guns and taking down the villains, punching and kicking. She looks great on this, so I think she's actually showing a lot more personality. Now will we see her more prominent earlier on in the movie, and then maybe she'll get taken out or killed halfway through the movie, and then we'll focus a lot more on the female 007 later on in the story? That could be the case, because that's what you normally have within a James Bond movie. There'll normally be an introductory female that James Bond will spend time with to begin with, and then they'll normally die, and then later on that's when we get the more primary female character within the second half of the movie. So that might be a direction with the character, but so far from what I can see from the shots that we're given on here, she looks very well, very active, very strong, very attractive. So we get a lot more exotic locations, we get a few more lines with Jeffrey Wright as Felix, the ever present on here, so that's also very good. All these exotic shots. We have that great shot again where he's shooting them under the ice, underwater on here. We have that great shot where we see the car chases and we see various trucks leaping out from the forest. That looks very cool on there. And we also have a really cool shot, I think, of the plane that they use, which seems to fold and change into like a mini sub. So it jumps out of the main plane and then it folds into a mini plane. And then we see it later on go into the water and fold into like a mini submarine. So that's all very good on it. That looks great on it. That looks really cool as well. I thought that looked really, really great. So yeah, just a lot of great action beats, spectacular sequences, exotic locations, exotic shots. It all looks very pristine, very clean, very good on there. Daniel Craig still looks good in the role. This, we all assume, will be his last James Bond movie, and to be honest, at 5 movies now, I think that's about right. I think after this I'd like to see a changing of the guard. Hopefully they can get an actor that looks more, has that more suave, swagger look of James Bond. So that's all fine on it. I did like the final sequence at the end where we see the car or the Jeep flipping over, and as it flips over, James Bond continually shoots at it. That was very cool as well. So yeah, overall, I can't really complain about the trailer. It looks very good, very exciting, action-packed, spectacular. Literally everything that you would want from a James Bond movie. So, yep, looking forward to it. As I stated before, comes out in November, later on this year. So, yep, looks very exciting, and I'll be looking forward to this when it comes on release. So that's my review on the second trailer for No Time to Die. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this something you're excited about? Are you like me? Are you kind of glad that this is Daniel Craig's last outing, and hopefully you'd like to see them move on from the next James Bond installment wherever we get it? Are you not as excited about this trailer? Do you think it looks very similar in tone to the other James Bond movies? Are you not very engaged by Rami Malek's villains, or are you very cynical about the whole look of the movie in general? So those are my thoughts for now. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If we get any more news or updates about James Bond No Time to Die, then I'll provide coverage for you. But no, that's it for now on what I think is a very action-packed and lively trailer for the movie. So those are my thoughts for now. Take care of yourselves, stay at safe distances, and I will see you very, very soon.